today. From AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. This is the National Football League.
On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Meanwhile, Prescott's throw there caught by Gallup. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A big play there on the catch and run. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The give is to Elliott. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. On the return, it's Pharoh Cooper. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The former number 6 overall pick of 2019, Daniel Jones, trots out to lead this New York Giants offense.
We knew about the great mind coming out of Duke, and we saw the athletic ability and the potential. Watching it all come together and get better with each passing year, that's been fun. He can throw it deep, throw it short, and, of course, take off out of the pocket and beat you with his legs as well. I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Now Saquon Barkley. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level. But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Now Jones. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jones. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Well, Brandon, obviously no panic in them. They gave up the touchdown. You know, their defensive side did that. But he's already taken them back downfield. I love this field general that they've got. It's almost like he went to the defensive captain and said, don't worry about it. We've got you. Now they got 1st and goal.
Yeah, we're seeing punch, counter punch, and this could be setting the table for quite the game.
I like that. Let's go and put it in the boxing ring, right? You're going to get hit sometimes. Can you respond and hit back? And they're trying to do exactly that.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time. And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right. Touchdown, Giants! It's Daniel Jones finding Evan Ingram. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
We're still in the first quarter, but it's apparent they're going to have to come up with a different defensive game plan for him because right now he's kind of having his way against that defense and has added a touchdown to the list. How do you slow him down? They're going to have to mix up some coverages, maybe change who's guarding him.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Pollard to return from the end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On third down, it's Prescott. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Throwing Jones. He's got Slayton on the slant. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And he will have a Giants first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Following the interception, here's Prescott. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And they work this out past the 25.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved, because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Prescott to throw it. Over the middle, complete. That's Schultz. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. These two teams all tied after 1. Second and 2. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Prescott letting one fly deep for Cooper. And this one is incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
And that is incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And no return from Cooper. Out it'll go to the 25. Now here comes Daniel Jones and the Giants again. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Barkley, and the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
On 2nd and 12, Jones. They find some open field here. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. A big play there for the Giants.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
On 1st down, Barkley. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone. To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he's taken down inside the 30. 51 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And the red zone precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
Looking to throw, Prescott. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. 10 yards on the touchdown pass, and the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Zuerlein now for the PAT. It's good to make it 17-7. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it's capped off for the Cowboys touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Cooper on the return. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. But they find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Yeah. Can he put it aside? Let's find out. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun. Jones finds his tight end Ingram. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Jones now. Off play action. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. CeeDee Lamb deep for the Cowboys. Taken from just outside the 30. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Prescott now. Left side to Lamb. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Oh, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
After the made field goal, Zuerlein back out there now to send this one away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
someone
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you in just just a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Orlando, and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Osa Odighizuwa coming in and dropping for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. 35 yards that time on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well, inside the 25. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively, and it'll bring up second down. Off the play fake, Prescott letting one go deep for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Why are we doing this?
Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. Prescott now on second down. Gonna throw deep for the end zone. And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing, Prescott. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And Zuerlein's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach half. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. Cooper on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Giants about set to go to begin this third quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
On 1st and 10, Jones finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. On 4th down, Joe Judge makes the decision. They're going for it. Now Jones throwing on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Jones on 1st and 10. He'll get this one to Galladay. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there. And it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. It's caught. Smith. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Keanu Neal, strong in run support as he comes up from his safety position to pop him behind the line. On 2nd and goal, Jones firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A 10-yard completion, but still now facing 3rd and goal. Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. Nice job holding them out of the end zone on 3rd down. I think you need to give a big assist to this crowd.
Yeah, they're really rallying them, aren't they? They're behind them the whole way. And they get that little bit of extra motivation when you're in a tough situation. Let's see what happens here on 4th down if they go for it. Can the crowd help them one more time?
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Pollard to return from the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one.
There he goes, Amari Cooper. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. They get the conversion, and Charles, when you only have 2 yards to go, what do you think of the toss play? Because initially it kind of sets you back a little bit.
It does, especially if you get a lot of pressure coming towards you. But if you can get to the edge, if you seal the edge with your blocking, often your tackle or your tight end on what they call the play side where the ball goes, you can get to the corner, and that allows those big guys to get out ahead of the runner.
Cooper, he's going to remain in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. And this one complete to Levine Toilolo. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. From the gun, Jones. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Neville Gallimore busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
I think we've seen this before. If someone's down 3 scores, that situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, and Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked up by Jordan Lewis. Well, really not much secret there. 3rd and long, Charles, that he was looking to throw the football. And I would imagine as a defender, you're kind of salivating in that spot, right?
You certainly are, because 3rd and long situations, they tip the scale towards the defense every single time. Now you're actually able to dictate and understand what the offense is trying to do. You know where the first down marker is. You set your defense that way, and maybe you can be a little more aggressive in certain situations because of that. You start focusing on your coverage assignment, and when the ball's released, you break on it and make a play, as we just saw there.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Elliott, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And that ball incomplete. He couldn't work free from his defender, and now it's 3rd down. Here's Prescott. Over the middle, Amari Cooper, it's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. So now Dak Prescott off, Greg Zuerlein on for the field goal. This from 54 yards away. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And that will extend the lead out to 24. Only 3 points there, but I got to think at this point in the 3rd quarter, that's all you're really looking for.
And right now the lead is 3 touchdowns and 3 2-point conversions. So you and I both know a huge order for the best of teams. And from what we've seen so far, hard to believe that that's a likely scenario. 3 2-point conversions? That's difficult.
And no return from Cooper. Out it'll go to the 25. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll go to Barkley again. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And that is incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Lamb to return it. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to...
There he goes, Amari Cooper. And he will finally be taken down. But how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the third quarter. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys add on. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Well, it wasn't a 1-play drive, but I think they'll take it. The scoring summary, 2 plays and into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Cooper, he's going to remain in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Neville Gallimore able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Looking to throw. Jones under pressure. They got him again. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And they'll bring him down right around the 13. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Getting set to go again. We got to look at Amari Cooper as he heads back out there now. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
On 2nd down now, it's Elliott, and he's going to get this pretty close to the 1st down marker at the Giants' 30. 83 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them.
Touchdown, Cowboys! 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys continue to pour it on. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
And I love how you use the word will because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
Ooh, a little cruel here. They're going to go for the onside kick up big. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On 2nd and 10, Jones. And this is Shepard on the catch. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Jones. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Micah Parsons. And the Cowboys are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Elliott. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 8. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. They've got his man complete. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. A big play here for Dallas. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Cowboys add on. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And that will extend this big lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And no return from Cooper. Out it'll go to the 25. Possession of the football going back over to the Giants. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And you can say that is just another cherry on top for this defense and that entire team. But really, this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
And notice you used the word sparked because you're not seeing that on the other side of the ball, are you? The offense right now, the spark has left their game, and it's been because of what you described, that defensive pressure.
Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And bulldozing his way through. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On 1st down, Elliott. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Play action now. Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coach.
And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Reggie Ragland. And the Giants are going to have it here at their own 15. Now they get a 4th quarter pick A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Here's Jones on first down. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Jones. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted just twice and have had plenty of opportunities. Here it's 3rd and 3. And this is going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. On the return is Lamb. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They go to Elliott again. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 121 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the counter, Elliott. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he will not make it to the goal line as his try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number 1, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number 2, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Cooper, he's going to remain in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. New York ready to go again offensively. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Jones now throwing on first down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard. That'll bring up 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. Steps away to his left. 20. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big play there on the keeper.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
And they don't get the reception. Incomplete. So now they're down to 17 seconds remaining. On second down, here's Barkley. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully